Hey there, welcome back to My Yard is My Garage. I'm Bishop, My Yard is My Garage. Today we're going to be working on our 1969 Charger. We're waiting for a couple of QA1 parts, but at least what we can do is on the passenger side we can put together most of what's going to go onto the car and follow along on this. New spindleage. All right, our new caliper brace. Lower ball joint. Dust shield that we're going to have to paint so it doesn't rust. There we go. There we go. All right, so we're fitting it that way. Okay, have a good time. The brake part's on the passenger side. Although, I know, it's starting to sprinkle on me.
I told you you were thinking of doing car stuff. I told you. Well, hurry, I guess. See you later.
Have a good time.
Like it's an easy way to predict the weather. Oh, look, he's going to do a car thing. Here comes the rain.
Yeah. Have a good time.
Well, you could always set your tent up over you, couldn't you?
The last windstorm tore it up.
It's all wrecked. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's not meant to be outside for like 2 years straight. And they do come through the backside here, and that's where our shield will sit, wherever our shield is sitting. £90 foot-pounds. All right, well, okay, so I just say like 90 foot-pounds casually, or 100. This is what's called a torque wrench. You can see over here, there's numbers which talk about the foot-pounds. It's kind of hard to see because of the chrome in the background, but maybe that'll help slightly. All right, so this is the style where you undo the bottom, then you can turn this to adjust the foot-pounds up to what you need, or down. See where it says 100? There's our 100. It's just even with it, so this has numbers on it. We'll back it off. 15. Yeah, there we go. So that'll be 95. That's between the 90 and 100. So tighten this end back down. Good to go. Otherwise it works kind of like a ratchet. And what this one will do is it'll go snap really loud once you've hit that number, and then that just means that you crank it until it snaps once more, maybe twice. There are fancier ones that cost hundreds of dollars. This was maybe a couple hundred, but just because it's a giant, long, heavy half-inch drive one. But there are some that are smaller, some that are digital, some that are more expensive. Most are more expensive. All right. All right, so we are set to 95. You know, I should put gloves on for this. Two clicks. Okay. Wow. Woohoo! Now let's get our ball joint in here. All right, so I don't know if this is something that you do, but I usually take a shipping box that I've had for parts. I just use that as a trash can while I'm working on things, just so I can kind of keep things a little bit tidy. Yeah, you're like, Bishop, you keeping things tidy? Yeah, you know, good intentions. Guess I already lost my register. Yeah. These always come with a cap to kind of protect the threads while you're working on them. Okay, this has a flat side and a very bumpy side. Bumpy side goes out. So, internal flat side, just like that. Make sure you come from this way. You want all the clearance you can on the spindle side here. Not that I may know that for any reason at all. I did not do it. No, I. Right. Let's just tighten these up. These are also 90 to 100. Let's see, what do we got here? 3/4. And we have our 3/4. Oh, it's not 3/4 on that side. Those are much bigger. All right, that portion's done. Let's get our dust shield on. Then we'll put our caliper on, our clips on, and then we can worry about, oh, you know, actually, dust shield first. Then we're going to need to do our spindle, our rotor. And it's raining. So let's take a break and I'll just come back. All right, we have our dust shield here. Looking at the orientation here, our dust shield is going to go on this way. Yeah, it's blue, and you know why. There we go, nicely lined up. best to wear gloves doing this because this can be very sharp. Like that. All right, so tightening these up. We don't need to ogre them on. Let's just do about a and a and a okay. Wow, I really throw my tools around a lot. Sorry. Okay, how are we seated here? Yep, that looks good. Okay, now for the messy part: bearings, seal, and install. Like one of those ASMR videos. Listen to the plastic. Listen to the plastic. Here's our Timkins. So our inner bearing, well, you know, this is a kit from Summit, so really, does it matter if I show you the part numbers because they're going to be unique to whatever Summit put together for this kit? What I will do is down below in the links, I will put a hyperlink down to the kit that I picked up. It was like $1,700, I think, altogether. Included, rotors and bearings and spindles and brake booster and a new brake master cylinder and all of the cables and all of the little tiny master cylinders or calipers, actually, because we're doing disc all the way around. All of that. So it was very well worth it. Get one. All right, what I didn't mention on the other side is that it's good to throw some extra grease in here because as this stuff heats up, it kind of moves around a little bit. So it can never hurt to have too much lubrication in here. I always start on the more narrow side first. Kind of pushing it in. Let me get the outside really good. Flip it over. I think that's a Stellar's J in the background making noise. If my kids or wife were here, they'd say what that is. All right, let's get our seal, our bearing press. Alrighty, the big dish part here goes on the inside. It's better to do this on concrete than it is on the bed of your friendly. Yep, just make sure you're going in straight. All right, flush, we're good. Okay, we're back up top. Let's get that inside bearing done now. Outside bearing. Oof. Next, let's get our outside bearing done. Take two. Three. Take three. All right. Take four. Next, we need to do our outside bearing. Same procedure. Start with a narrow bit. The outside, flip it over, fill the wider gap. Alrighty, let's get a little bit of grease in here. Looks good. All right, let's get a new clean pair of gloves and then stick this onto our spindle. Give this a generous lubing. Make sure you get onto this little shelf here because that's where the seal is going to touch. All right. Bearing's still good. Just grease everywhere. Okay, so the washer that we need to put on here has a notch. It's keyed, so it will only go on one way, and just keep itself from spinning. One and a 16th. So I've talked about this before, but the rule on rotors, according to the bishop, but your mileage may vary, is you tighten it down so the rotor spins, but the bearings don't bind, meaning that when you turn it, it feels like it's shaking like that. It should be smooth. All right, so that's too tight. All right, let's see where our cotter pin is. Our cotter pin is here, or at least the hole that goes through. So we'll back that off slightly. Oh, what was that? All right, feels like it moves pretty good and it's snug. So what we can do is, once we've driven a mile or two, a couple times around the block, come back, we'll pull the tires, we'll check the bearings and make sure that they've been set or sat or seated. And then we'll check them again after maybe 50 miles or so. Let's get the cap on here next. Looks good. Oh, we need our cotter pin. This one we'll just cut kind of short. Now our dust cap. Well, dented, who cares? All right. Just make sure we got a good. Next, let's get our caliper on here and cinch down. Now it's important when you put these on, let's just call this fitment. This is going to be up, that's going to be down. And so when you put these on, you want to make sure that your bleed screw is as high as possible. It's on the peak. So you wouldn't put it here because your bleed screw would be down below and you wouldn't be able to get all the air out of it. So we're putting ours like this, and the bleed screw is going to be up, letting us bleed. Brakes. Must understand the brakes. Well, this red paint is thick. Okay, don't hit the shoe, don't hit the shoe. Wow, that paint is thick. Put our gloves on. This is very pokey. Oh, don't do what I did. And let's forget to put on our silicone grease on the sliders here. Just on the path. And you use silicone grease on this. Whatever you do, don't get grease on your pads. All right, fits in there really nicely. Let's get our clips. Hold that on. Make sure we're putting this on the right way. Yep. It does not go that way. Definitely goes that way. Okay. All right, let's give this a little bit of a clean. All right, once this surface is dry, then you can turn it and clean that part. Oh, it's gonna be tough. Woohoo! Well, there you go. There's our hub assembly for our 69 Charger project. Woohoo! Shiny and ready to go on the car. Well, there's our assembly actually on our 69 Charger. Looks good, looks good. Well, thanks for coming along on this assembly for our spindle kit that we picked up from Summit. 4-wheel disc brakes. It's for our 69 Charger RT body. Thanks for coming along on My Yard is My Garage. I'm Bishop, your host. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit subscribe. If you want to be notified when I get new content up there, go ahead and hit the bell. Once again, I'm Bishop, your host. Oh, my yard is my very wet, rainy garage. Well, we'll see you next time. Thanks again.